Man, it's been a long time since I've done a video. It is nice out here. Nice muddy creek. This is all underwater just a few days ago. It was a creek. It was a lake. It's a creek now. It was a lake then. But I'm along the bike path here and it's still flooded and really muddy down that way. But today I just want to talk to you about my new e-bike. This is the third e-bike that I've owned, and the first one was a folding e-bike, and then I also had the Rad Runner, which is a fat tire e-bike, kind of more like an electric moped. And I'm going to be showing you that one too. I mean, a lot of people know the bike really well, but I really want to compare the differences between these two different takes on electric bicycles. This one is much more like just a regular bicycle. I wanted a bike that felt like riding a regular bike. Just a good pedaling experience, getting a nice workout on it, kind of fitting in better on this bike trail. Because the Rad Runner, people kind of give me weird looks. People give me weird looks all the time anyway, but they really gave me kind of strange, mean looks on that because it looked like I was riding a motorcycle down here. But mostly I just wanted something that I can get a good workout on. And then also just kind of ride along with other people that are on non-electric bikes and not feel kind of silly. But anyway, here it is. This is, again, from Liv Cycling, and this is the Amiti E+4 again. And this is the extra small frame. It also comes in small, medium, and large. So you have 4 different frame sizes. It only comes in this color, at least here in the United States. But I do love this color. It's really gorgeous in person. It doesn't really show that well. I don't know if it's going to show on the video or not, maybe, but it really sparkles, kind of has a metallic flake to it. And really gorgeous bike. I like how visible it is, the white. I did add on some accessories. I do have the fenders that I added, and the rear rack, and the kickstand. It doesn't come with that. Just the base price for it without that is $2,600, and that's actually a pretty good price. I did a lot of shopping around. I was looking at Trek e-bikes, and to really get anything comparable to this, especially with the front suspension, which I really wanted, I would have to spend closer to $4,000, if not more than that. So I'm really happy that I found this instead, more affordable, and it's given me exactly what I wanted. This is kind of my first. It's kind of like a road bike in a way. You do have this hardtail here. There's no suspension in the back. You can kind of really efficient ride that way. So you put a little bit more weight on the handlebars, which is why I have my padded gloves on. Also, I just look cool, not well anyway. But yeah, no, I would recommend getting that. Whoop! Let me scoot over. Hey, there were some riders that came down from that way. I guess it's not that bad, but I'm not taking my nice bike down there. But you can. I mean, this will withstand water. I was riding it through puddles and everything. And of course, with these fenders I added on there, I mean, I didn't get a drop on me. It does protect the bike well. And of course, the motor down here does have a shield on it. So you can see the mud on here. I wouldn't ride it through standing water, any kind of deep water. But it does have some water resistance to it. So yeah, you can ride this out in the rain, or if you get caught in the rain, it shouldn't destroy the bike or anything like that. Just play it safe, but just don't ride it through that. But anyway, what was I going to talk about? I don't know. Well, let me talk about the tires, because that is a big part of this bike. What makes it such a good riding bike, because a lot of the e-bikes today have the fat tires, which I like that for even if I'm just going to be out just cruising, kind of touring with the bike more. But this one they're more efficient. I can pedal this bike without the motor. Actually, I was doing that yesterday and I didn't even realize it for a while until I got to a hill. I said, oh, wait a minute, I didn't turn the motor on. But I could have just downshifted on it. It does have the 9 gears here. So it does give you a nice range. I believe this is 11 to 36 tooth gears here. So you do have a low enough gear to help you get up those hills if you need to without the motor. But yeah, back to the tires. They have a nice grip to them, but not so much that it's just hard to pedal it. But it does really grip well. And I was going through gravel yesterday, and it does fine. Really good balance to this bike. I feel kind of secure going around the corners, and really no squirrely behavior with this. And that's, I think, a testament to the frame design of this. It's not really a step through. It kind of is, sort of, but it's got a lot of good support here for the frame. Really good welds, and it just this is pretty substantial as well. Of course, this is the battery. The battery is integrated into the down tube here. And this tilts out. I don't have the key with me right now, but this does tilt out. So you remove it. You can charge it here. Let me pull this up. That's where you charge it. And it does come with a charger, of course. And I've had this bike now for probably like 3 weeks, and I probably put about 30 to 40 miles on it. And so far the battery, here, let me turn it on. Let's turn it on here. Is it starting to rain? It's starting to rain. No, I think it's coming out of the trees. But anyway, yeah, so far I still have, over half of the battery left. And this is the little LED lights here indicate on this side anyway, how much battery is remaining. So yeah, I'm getting a really good range out of this battery. This is a 36 volt, 11.3 amp hour, which for this style of bike is plenty. A lot of e-bikes come with 48 volts. But you really don't need this for this bike because again, it's easier to ride. You don't really need so much assistance with it because it's a little bit lighter than a lot of e-bikes. I think it's probably about maybe like 48, 49 pounds, which is nice when I'm just kind of moving it around the garage. The Rad Runner weighs about, probably close to 70 pounds with my accessories on it. So that one gets a little bit, it's a little much to kind of pick up and move around if you need to. This one is really much easier that way. And of course that makes it just easier to ride. It just doesn't weigh so much. But again, let me go back over here. This is the buttons here for the pedal assist levels. And right now it's showing us in pedal assist. The first level, or the lowest level, it's going to give you the least amount of assistance from the motor. And of course you can go all the way up 5 ticks here. This is going to give you the Sport Plus level. I believe this is Eco Plus, Eco, Normal, Sport, and Sport Plus. And it's very zippy on these if you get the full power from it, but I rarely use that. I think typically I'm either in 1 or 2, and then just using the gears, I can get up to speed, really well, by myself with just minimal assistance, unless it's just a very steep hill, or I just need to go faster for some reason, like if I'm gonna get caught in another rainstorm. But anyway, in the motor, again, this is, I don't know if I told you, but of course this is by Yamaha, and it is 500 watts. This is a very quiet motor. My other bikes have the hub drive, which are in the back wheel, and they're not loud. I say the Rad Runner is much louder than this, but this one really quiet, which I appreciate. Out here I can hear the birds, when I'm out riding, and it's important for safety too. When I'm on the road, I can hear the traffic around me, and I just don't feel like I'm just being so obnoxious when I'm going down the trail, with a loud bike. So it's very quiet, and it's a very smart motor as well. So it knows not only when you're pedaling, but it also knows with what force you're pedaling with. And if you're going on an incline, it does have, I call it 6 sensor technology. So there is measuring like 6 different, I don't know, attributes, whatever you want to call it, whatever's going on. So it's smart that way. It just kind of just goes along with what you're doing and what the conditions are. So it feels very natural, and I feel like I'm still doing a lot of the work, which is what I wanted. I just wanted a little bit of assistance. I didn't want to feel like, a total cheat out here. But it have plenty of power. This is what, 70 newton meters of power that you can get out of this, which is really pretty good. Especially again for this, a lighter e-bike list, a more efficient e-bike like this. That's plenty of power. Yeah, I'm really impressed with the motor. It just feels really good. It's not, a herky-jerky feeling or anything. It's very natural feeling. And the brakes. I don't know if did I talk about that already? I don't know. But anyway, these are hydraulic brakes, these are the first bike that I've had with hydraulic brakes. All the others have been mechanical brakes, the ones that use the cables that you're probably familiar with. And those can be, they can stretch over time and just need, constant adjustments. This, not so much. And what I love about this bike too is that since I did purchase it from a local shop, it does have a 2-year warranty as well. But if it does have issues down the road, I can take it to them and they can take care of it. Or if I need the brakes adjusted again, I can take it to them if I don't want to do that myself. And I probably would, because I'm not super familiar with hydraulic brakes. But yeah, they can definitely take care of that. Oh, and I want to talk about the lighting on this before the storm comes. Hold down this button here, and then this little light comes on. And it does have a daytime running light here in the tube here, which is really kind of cool. I like that feature to this. There is a man's bike that's pretty much the same thing as this, made by Giant, but it doesn't have the lights on it. And I do love this feature. I think it's really kind of cool. It kind of makes the bike stand out. Everybody kind of oohs and ahs when I goes down the trail, in a good way, you know, not like when I was going on the Rad Runner with my motorcycle. But anyway, and it also has, you know, your standard light here, and this will come on automatically. It does have an ambient light sensor, so during the daytime this is going to come on if you do have your lights turned on, you know, from the controller there, and this will come on when it's dark, which is pretty cool. There's no lights in the back, but it did come with a reflector on the seat tube here. And I added some extra lights here myself. And what else? Oh, the shifting, or the derailleur here. This is the Shimano Dior. And I've done a lot of research on these e-bikes. And this is a really good, higher quality derailleur, which really matches very well with the motor and the type of riding I do with this bike. And I definitely love the shifters up here. You have the back little lever that's going to get you to the higher gears, and then the front one here is going to drop you down to the lower gears. Really nice, kind of satisfying experience, because it, you know, nice good clicks there and very smooth. It doesn't feel like, you know, it's getting hung up or kind of, you know, that if it's not adjusted right. And again, that's another reason why I chose a brand like this that was going to come from a bike shop, because they adjusted all that for me. And I've assembled e-bikes myself that were shipped directly to my house, but you know, I know it's not adjusted fully as well as it should be. So I really like that they set that up for me. What else can I say about this bike? Oh, I did add these reflectors here. It didn't come with that. And again, I do appreciate the front suspension, because yeah, the riding style in this, you are putting more weight on the grips here. I believe these are locking grips, so they're not going to move on you when you're putting weight on them. And it does have good pedals here. These are, I believe these are metal. I believe it's probably aluminum, I'm assuming. Of course, it has the reflectors in them. And it didn't come with a kickstand, which I think, well, I mean, a lot of mountain bikes, high-end bikes, they don't come with kickstands. But I think for an e-bike, you really definitely want to get that. You don't want to damage any of the, well, all the wiring though here is definitely concealed. You can see where it goes into the frame here, and you really don't see it anywhere else, which is nice. It protects it well. It just gives the bike such a nice look. But I think that's about it. I think somebody's coming, and I'll add a few thoughts here in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to move out of that spot because I think rain's coming a little bit closer to home. But anyway, I just want to finish up with just my thoughts on this bike. I really haven't found any negatives about it. There's really nothing that I would change, and that's rare. I usually find fault with about everything. So if there's something wrong with it, I would have noticed it. But I've been really impressed with it. Again, this is a great bike for pedaling. If you still want to be able to pedal a lot, still experience a bicycle like you probably remember it, and not feel like you're riding a motorcycle, just feel like you're riding a nice bike, a good quality bike at that. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. Again, this is from Liv Cycling, and I've been thrilled with the bike. So I'll definitely update you if that changes, but I don't think it will. But yeah. Oh, in this, I just want to add, this is a bike computer that I added. This is just a third-party brand here. It doesn't come with this, so but you can get these pretty cheaply. And oh, it does come with the bell. I didn't say that. And of course, I added the mirror. But anyway, if you have questions about this, definitely feel free to ask. I love to answer your questions. I definitely am a big proponent of electric bikes. They've really become a big interest of mine, and I know quite a bit about them. So, but anyway, I researched a lot before I bought this, and I'm very happy I did. So I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully not so much time in between this video and the next one as the last one. I don't think it will be. But anyway, stay healthy, be good, and I'll see you next time.